So if you feel like your life needs a little bit of reset this 2026, then this video is definitely for you. A lot of people think that they need like a huge life change, a huge life event to actually prove that their life is improving. But from my experience, it's actually the little habits that slowly improves and shapes your life. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire, and on this channel we talk about self-love, growth, life abroad, and all the little lessons that we all learn along the way. And in 2026, I started to really pay much attention to my daily routines and things I actually do every day. So in today's video, I'm sharing with you 10 habits that will actually help to improve your life in 2026. These are things that have made me feel more organized, calmer, and honestly, more happier. Some of them are actually very simple, but trust me, those simple things are actually what really make a big difference. The very first habit that improved my life greatly is waking up earlier. Now, let me be honest, okay? I was never a morning person to begin with. And there were times actually that I would just literally wake up on time and brush in the morning to leave the house for work or for whatever I need to do outside. I started first by waking up like 40 minutes earlier than my usual waking up time, and this actually made so big of a difference. So instead of starting my day feeling stressed, I actually do now have time to do other things in the morning and actually do prepare very well for my day. So yes, now I can actually have slow mornings. Wake up in the morning, have a cup of tea, sit down, and definitely plan how my day will look like. So you don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. like the influencers do online. But trust me, just 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes will actually make a huge difference and will change your mornings. So now the second habit is planning my day the day before. Well, this is something I started doing because I realized that when I don't plan my day the day before, I feel like I'm just reacting to everything during the day. I'm just going like, okay, that's the feeling of like going with the flow, like emails coming, messages coming, different tasks, and suddenly the day is gone. And so what I do now is very simple. Every morning or sometimes the nights before, I make sure I have like a clear plan of what I want to do during the day. It must not be like every little thing you have to do during that day, but at least just have structure, kind of have like 3 or 5 things that okay, I want to accomplish by the end of that day. And yes, not 20 things, just the most important things will do. This helps me stay focused and also help me not to feel overwhelmed. This is because sometimes our brain can make things feel so bigger than they actually are. And so when you write it down, it actually do become manageable. The third habit that actually helped improve my life is moving my body regularly. And I want to emphasize something here, okay? It doesn't have to be you doing rigorous exercises, doing intense workout sessions. No. Some days I go to the gym, some days I just take like normal walks outside. Some other days it's just literally me stretching in my room. This is because movements really do change your mood and energy, especially when you walk a lot or sit for too long. Notice that when I move my body regularly, it actually helps me improve my mood. It makes me feel less stressed, and it even makes me to be more active and to accomplish my tasks more easily. So yes, just 20 minutes walk in a day will actually count a lot. And the next habit here is actually something that has really helped me financially, and that is tracking my spending habits. And well, I am guilty as charged. Before, I will literally not know where all my money is going. So sometimes I'll ask myself this question like, Claire, what did you do with all your money this month? And it's not like the money is not there, but somehow it's gone, but you don't know exactly where you invested this money into. So I started tracking my expenses. This was not to restrict myself or anything like that, for me to be aware of where this money is going to. And awareness can change a lot in regards to our spending habits, because sometimes we literally have no idea that our money is going all on very, very small things, while the bigger things are actually just standing there. So once I started tracking, I actually felt more in control, and this gave me more power over my finances. Well, another habit that actually improved my life a lot is reducing my time on social media. And well, don't get me wrong here, okay? Social media can be fun and useful. Yes, it's very useful because I also do a lot of my researches as well on social media, but don't get consumed by it, because at the end of the day, if you realize the amount of time spent on social media, you'll see that you have wasted like hours scrolling online, and literally without actually really gaining anything at the end of that time. The only thing you end up realizing sometimes in these cases is comparing your life to other people and thinking that other people's life are better than yours. And I noticed that when I spent less time scrolling online, I actually did have more time and more focus on my own self. So, yes, more time for reading, learning, just literally just existing and being me. And of course, sometimes just thinking, me alone with my thoughts. That's actually one of my favorite moments. So literally, my mind feel less clustered. The next habit might actually sound very, very basic, but trust me, it is actually very powerful and very, very important. And this is taking care of your body through food and hydration. And this is because when you drink enough water and you eat more balanced meals, your energy level improves, your skin improves, your mood improves. And so, yes, sometimes when you feel tired and irritated, it's actually because all these basic needs have not yet been met. And sometimes, yes, we tend to really ignore them. And so I started to pay more attention to that. No perfection, but more balance. And well, another habit is to actually learn something regularly. This could actually just be reading a book, listening to a podcast, or just learning a new skill. It could be anything. And so I realized that when you keep learning, you feel more inspired and more confident. You start seeing new possibilities. So even 10 or 15 minutes can actually expand your thinking, and this will actually do add up over time. Well, one habit that actually did improve my mental health is actually having self-care time. Intentionally, that's what I mean. Have intentional self-care times. And well, for me, Sunday is actually like my reset day. I do my skincare, organize my space, plan my week, and of course, sometimes I will just cook something nice. If you know me, you know I love good food. So I always just try to do all of that on Sunday. With this habit, it's not about being luxurious, okay? It's about creating those moments where you take care of yourself intentionally and where you actually do recharge during those times. Well, because life can actually do get busy, and if you don't actually intentionally do something like this for yourself, it might actually definitely lead to burnout. And here, our number 9 habit. Well, this one was actually a big lesson for me. And this habit is learning to set boundaries. Saying no when necessary, protecting your peace and energy. So, yes, bestie, when you try to please everyone, the only person that you end up hurting is yourself. But when you actually respect your own limits, you actually do feel more balanced. And here, people actually do finally learn how to respect your boundaries. So, don't forget, set those boundaries today. The last but not the least, this is actually something that is simple but powerful. Practicing gratitude. Before sleeping, I actually do think about everything that went on during the day. I try to revisit my day, even if the day wasn't perfect. It could be something as simple as having a good conversation, finishing a task, or just simply having a quiet and peaceful moment. So yes, gratitude actually shifts your energy from what is absent to what is actually present. And this mindset shift can actually change your overall happiness. So those are the 10 habits that can help improve your life in 2026. Remember, you don't have to start all of them at once. You can choose even just one or two habits and just start changing your daily routine. So keep in mind that small improvements eventually create bigger changes. Well, let me know in the comment section what is one habit that you are going to pick up and begin today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'm going to see you all in my next video. Bye!